right, so a little bit of success. I've determined that the reason it's not running is because the shutdown solenoid is not getting power. Now, why is it not getting power? I don't know. That's not this moment's problem, but I've solved why it won't start. So I've got another issue here. The air conditioning compressor is sometimes making contact with the radiator. That means I got to pull the front bumper to get the front grill off so I can see what the hell's going on with the radiator. It looks like it's further back on this side than that side, so hopefully that's an easy fix. So what I've done is I've taken a remote start for engines, connected it to 12 volt going to the alternator, which has power when the coach is on, and connected the other end to the start solenoid. The pedal was sticking, and the issue is there's a push rod that I assume goes down to the transmission. That's really tight. When I disconnected that, and then it was really tight here, so I loosened that a little bit, and now that's normal. That feels safe. So I've got to replace that push rod. That's not the problem at the moment. Just put that on the shit list. I got to deal with the start solenoid. That is a critical issue. I got to deal with the radiator. That's a critical issue. I got to fill the radiator. Probably has a leak because I see water. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. But for now, let me show you that it starts. So turn on the power, turn it to run. If I push the button, I go into the start position. It starts right up. And if I let go of the button, it stops. So we know why it won't start. That's an easy fix. It does not need any ether crack. That's a good thing. Ether is really not a friend of diesel engines. So at this point, got to figure out what's going on with the radiator, figure out why I don't have start power. I can rig a switch to this if I have to. That's not ideal, but it will work. Wonder if that got warm. No, it didn't. So we're making progress.